Shri Ganapati Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram Ekaikamaksharam Pumsam Mahapatakanashanam. Welcome to all for this session on Sri Charitha Manasa for the story of Sita Swayamvara. At the end of the Swayamvara, after Rama had won the hand of Sita, after breaking the bow of Shiva, hearing the news of break of the Shiva's bow, Parashurama arrived at the spot and he got angry because someone had broken the bow, considering it to be equal to a simple bow. Because even Lakshmana was making a statement similar to that. What is wrong in breaking of a bow? Why someone should be so sentimentally attached to it? Now Lakshmana continued with a smile. Listen, holy sir, to my mind all bows are alike. What gain or loss can there be in breaking of a worn out bow? Sri Rama mistook it for a new one, and at his very touch it broke in two. The Lord of Raghus therefore was not to be blamed for it either. Why then be angry, reverend sir, for no cause? Casting a glance at his act, Parashurama replied, "O foolish child, have you never heard of my temper? I slay you not because, as I say, you are a child yet. Do you take me for a mere anchorite? O dullard, I have been a celibate from my very boyhood, but also an irascible one, and I am known throughout the world as a sworn enemy of the Kshatriya race. By the might of my arm, I made the earth kingless and bestowed it time after time upon to the Brahmanas. Look at this axe which looped off arms of Sahasrabahu, the thousand-armed Kartavirya. O youthful prince, do not bring woe to your parents. O princely lad, my most cruel axe has exterminated even unborn offspring in the womb. Lakshmana smilingly retorted in a mild tone, Ah, the great sage considers himself an extraordinary warrior. He flaunts his axe before me again and again, as if he would blow away a mountain with a mere puff of breath. Here there is no pumpkin in the bud that would wither away as soon as an index finger is raised against it. It was only when I saw you armed with an axe and a bow and arrows that I spoke with some pride. Now that I understand you are a descendant of Brigu and perceive a sacred thread on your person, I suppress my anger and put up with whatever you say. In our family, valor is never shown against gods, the Brahmanas, devotees of Srihari, and the cow. For by killing any of these, we incur sin, while a defeat at their hands will bring disrepute on us. We should throw ourselves at your feet even if you strike us. Every word of yours is as incisive as millions of thunderbolts. The bow and arrow and axe are therefore an unnecessary burden to you. That means you do not require any of them. Your command would be sufficient as we respect you so much. Pardon me, O great and illumined hermit, if I have said anything unseemly at the sight of your weapons. Hearing this, the jewel of Brigu's race furiously rejoined in a deep voice. Listen, O Vishwamitra, this boy is stupid and perverse. He is in the grip of death himself and will bring destruction on his whole family. A dark spot on the moon like solar rays. he is utterly unruly, senseless, and reckless. The very next moment he shall find himself in the jaws of death. I proclaim it at the top of my voice, and none should blame me for it. Forbid him if you would save him, telling him of my glory, might, and fury, said. On hearing the words of Parashurama, Lakshmana replied to him, Holy sir, so long as you live, who else can expatiate on your bright glory? With your own lips you have recounted your exploits in diverse ways more than once. If you are not yet satisfied, tell us something more. Do not undergo a severe trial by putting any restraint upon your anger. You have assumed the role of a hero and are resolute and imperturbable. It is unbecoming of you to pour abusers. Heroes perform valiant deeds in fight, but never indulge in self advertisement. Finding before them an enemy in battle, it is cowards who boast of their own glory. You seem to have death at your beck and call, and summon him again and again for my sake. Hearing Lakshmana's harsh words, Parashurama closed his hand upon his terrible aches. After this, let no one blame me. This sharp tongued boy deserves his death. I have spared him long on account of his being a child. He is now surely going to die. When Vishwamitra spoke to Parashurama, pardon his offense. Holy men take no notice of the merits and demerits of a child. Then Parashurama replied, Sharp edged is my axe, while I am pitiless and furious, and here stands before me an offender and an enemy of my Guru. Even though he gives a retort, I spare his life solely out of regard for you, O Vishwamitra, or else hacking him to pieces with his cruel axe, I would have easily repaid the debt I have owed to my Guru. Said Gaudi's son Vishwamitra, smiling within himself. Everything looks green to the sage Parashurama. It is, however, the steel sword that he is faced with, and not with sugar extracted from the sugar cane, that one which is easier for anybody to gulp. It is a pity that he does not understand and still persist in his ignorance because he could not able to see who really Rama and Lakshmana are. He is considering them to be ordinary kings and princes of the Kshatriya race. Lakshmana replied again, Is there any more, O good sage, who is not aware of your gentle disposition, so well known throughout the world? You have fully paid the debt you owe to your parents. The only debt which now remains to be paid by you is the one you owe to your Guru, and that has been vexing your mind not a little. It looks as if you had incurred the debt on your account, and since a considerable time has now elapsed, a heavy interest has accumulated hereon. Now you get the creditor here, and I will at once repay him from my own purse. Hearing these sarcastic remarks, Parashurama grasped his axe, and the whole assembly cried, Alas, alas! O chief of Brigu, you are still threatening me with your axe, replied Lakshmana again. But I am sparing you only because I hold you to be a Brahmana. O enemy of princes, you have never met champions staunch in fight. You have grown important in your own little home. O holy Brahmana, Everyone exclaimed, "This is wholly undesirable." The Lord of Raghus now begged Lakshmana to stop. Perceiving the flames of Parashurama's passion grow with the pouring of oblation in the form of Lakshmana's rejoinder, the son of Raghu's race, Sri Ramachandra spoke words like water. He pacified Lakshmana and started speaking with Parashurama. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puramasini, Swamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehi Me. Goodbye.
श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाल भज मन हरण भव भय दारुणं श्रीराम 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 श्रीराम